Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Elle, an early childhood educator here in Australia. So here's the camera. Oh my gosh, parang sa iba ako nakatingin. Well, let's continue. So today, I am going to answer the question people ask me the most, one I've never answered before. And in this video, I will answer how do you pursue a teaching career here in Australia if you are a secondary teacher. But before we start, may I ask you a favor to please subscribe me here in YouTube and follow me on my Facebook account. So here is my Facebook account. So in this video, I will give you a step-by-step guide on how to become a qualified here in Australia. Dahil dito, qualification or papel talaga ang labanan. Actually, ang dami nagtatanong sa akin sa TikTok, sa Facebook kung paano ba magiging teacher dito sa Australia pero secondary teacher or primary teacher sila. So, hindi ko masagot yon dahil nga isa akong early childhood educator and magkaiba yung process ng ECE and ng secondary. So, kaya ngayon lang ako nakasagot sa question na ito is dahil inaral ko pa kung paano dahil mahirap na magbigay ng maling information, lalo na hindi ko naman to forte. And of course, magkaiba kasi ang process ng ECE sa primary and secondary. So wag na natin to patagalin. Let's go! So the first thing that you have to do is to decide where you want to teach or which state you are living right now. So for example, you are in NSW, Victoria, or Queensland because each state has its own teacher registration authority. So for example, in NSW, they have NESA, that means NSW Education Standards Authority. And in Victoria, they have VIT, which is the Victorian Institute of Teaching. While in Queensland, they have QCT, which means Queensland College of Teachers. So that is the first step. You have to choose the state first because your registration depends on it. Second step is you have to get your qualification assessed. So you need your education degree and teaching license assessed through two options. So there are two options. So the first option is AITSL. And the second option is direct assessed by state teacher authority. So let's discuss those two options. So let's go first with option A, which is the AITSL. It means that is for the skilled migration. So it is required if you want to apply for a PR pathway or a skilled visa, like for example the subclass 189 or 190. Because AITSL checks if your qualification is comparable to Australian standards. While option B is the direct assessment by state teacher authority. So, if you are aiming to work in a school like government or private, via employer or sponsorship or graduate visa, option B is good for you. But most of the Filipino teachers planning to teach in Australia starts with AITSL. So guys, yung option A and option B, both yon na nag-a-assess ng mga credentials mo or ng qualification mo para maging qualified kang teacher dito sa Australia. Kung gusto ninyo ng mas detailed information about those two options, gagawa ko ng panibagong video. Mag-comment lang kayo dito sa video na to. So let's proceed to step 3. Step 3 is the English proficiency test. So very familiar na tayo dito. It's either IELTS or PTE. Kung may nagtanong kasi sa akin sa Facebook kung paano niya mapapursue ang pagiging English teacher dito sa Australia. So guys, even if you are an English major in the Philippines, you must take an English test for teacher registration or AITSL. Kasama po siya talaga sa requirements. So there are two types of IELTS. They have general and education. So it should be academic. It should be IELTS academic. And the minimum band score is 7 in all bands. Or pwede ka rin naman mag-PTE academic, which is equivalent scores siya. Kung ayaw mo naman ng IELTS or ng PTE, pwede din ang TOEFL or yung TOEFL IBT, equivalent scores din siya. So, after mong ma-determine kung anong state ka magtuturo, and nakapag-decide ka kung option A ba or B ang mag-a-assess sa'yo for the registration, and after mong makapag-IELTS or PTE, let's proceed to step 4, which is we will going to apply for a teacher registration. So in this step 4, once your credentials are assessed and you meet the English requirements, you are going to apply for a teacher registration in your chosen state already. So for example, I am in NSW, I am going to apply for provisional accreditation with NESA. Okay? So after those 4 basic steps, we will now proceed to step 5, which is you're going to choose your visa pathway. Dito kasi sa Australia, wala sila yung katulad sa New Zealand na nag-i-sponsor ng teacher from other country, especially sa Philippines. So in short, para makapagturo dito, kailangan ninyong kumuha ng sarili ninyong visa. You can enter Australia under different visas depending on your situation. So for example, gusto mong pumunta dito directly PR na, we have different skilled visa pathway. We have skilled independent, which is 189, skilled nominated 190, skilled work regional 491. And those skilled visa requires AITSL assessment plus points test. So next visa, we have temporary skilled visa 482. And ito yung visa na gamit namin ni Shin ngayon. And in this visa, school must sponsor you and you need teacher registration plus experience. And other visa that you can have as well is the student visa. So many Filipino teachers do this because hindi ko siya masasabi na easiest way pero parang ito yung pinaka-common sa atin sa Pilipinas, yung mag-i-student visa para makapunta dito. So, para makapagturo ka, you can study Master of Teaching, Secondary or Education in Australia. And you can get placement experience as well. So, those are the visa that you can consider if you want to pursue your teaching career here in Australia. So, we have a skilled visa pathway, yun yung directly PR na. And we have temporary skilled visa, yun yung mag-sponsor yung company. And we have student visa, which is yun yung pinaka-common sa atin as Filipino. So, step 6, gain teacher accreditation requirements. So, again, nakadepende po ito kung anong state ninyo, NSW ba kayo, Queensland. So, kailangan ninyo alamin. Because some states may require WWCC. Katulad dito sa NSW, nire-require nila yung WWCC. Yun yung Working with Children check. Pwede nating i-discuss sa other video kung ano ba yung WWCC. So, some state also, they require police clearance, professional practice evidence, induction programs, classroom hours, alignment with Australian standards. Yun yung parang OJT natin. So, I will end this video to give you some advices and recommendation according dito sa pag-aaral ko and according din sa experience ko nung nagpa-process ako ng mga credentials ko nung nagpapa-assess ako as an early childhood educator here. So, for me lang to ha, it's up to you kung iti-take ninyo to. Pwede rin kayong mag-search sa other website or manood ng iba pang mga videos. But for me, best path for a Filipino secondary English teacher, if you're already licensed in the Philippines and you have enough experience, I have 2 options for you. So, you will choose AITSL and then magpa-skill assessment ka. And then, after that, magpa-registration ka na. Or magpa-register ka na. So, unahin mo muna yung 3 steps na yon. And then, saka ka maghanap ng job sponsorship. Kasi madaming job sponsorship na makikita sa SEEK. But, the best thing that you can do, I have this option 2, if you want a long-term career and possibly PR. Option 2 is to study Master of Teaching in Australia. If you want to enter faster and adapt to Australian curriculum with local experience, that is the best thing that you can do. So that's it. I hope nakatulong tong video na to para ma-pursue ninyo yung teaching career ninyo dito sa Australia. So let's summarize the 7 steps on how to pursue your career in Australia. So step 1, you have to decide or you have to know where you want to teach or which state you are living right now, NSW, Victoria, or Queensland. 2 is to get your qualification assessed by AITSL or direct assessment by State Teaching Authority. 3 is you have to do your English proficiency test. It's either IELTS or PTE. 4th, that is the time that you will apply for teaching registration. Kapag nasa NSW ka, NESA ang pupuntahan mo. So step 5, that is the time that you will going to choose your visa pathway. So we have skilled visa pathway, we have temporary visa pathway, we have student visa. Okay? And the last one, which is step 6, you have to gain teacher accreditation requirements. Those are WWCC, police clearance, professional practice evidence, induction programs, classroom hours, alignment with Australian standards, and yung mga experience niyo. So that's all. This is Teacher L, an early childhood educator here in Australia. Bye!